Spots and cheap pops. It's your crown jewel preview. Vladi Dottie, Silicon Steve Valley, and the Purple Nurple champion. Oh yeah, Vladi Dottie. He's back and wants to party. Still the champion. Vladi Dottie, we got 3 more pay-per-views to go. And I'm up by 1 match still. With 3 pay-per-views, anything can happen. Are you excited? As our boy LA Knight, who we were one of the first mother truckers on the bandwagon. We're going back a year. We've been saying this guy is magic ever since he was messing around with Bray Wyatt. He's going to be facing Roman Reigns. We have Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins very quietly building a very nice program. We have, I'm sure Cody Rhodes is facing somebody in the Judgment Day.
You got that right.
Yeah, he is.
Damian Priest.
But without further ado, Vladi, we're going to get right into it. How are you feeling about Crown Jewel? And how are you feeling? Let's stop pretending like you care about this Purple Championship. But pretend like you do for a second, because I sure as hell do. Are you excited for Crown Jewel and our boy for getting his first chance?
Yeah, I am very excited about this. In pre-production, we were even discussing, like, I think it's sort of crappy that it's in Saudi Arabia versus here in the States where, I mean, this was an organic American push for LA Knight, and it's great seeing him reap the rewards. And, the first time he's against Roman is in the kind-hearted and charming country known as Saudi Arabia. So they got a chance to go and witness that versus us witnessing it mid-afternoon, whatever day this is. So they stole a little bit of our thunder,
Well, let's get right into it. I, of course, have a 1-match lead.
Yes.
Very, very tight lead. I've had for, I think, 2 pay-per-views in a row. The needle hasn't moved. I think we had the same matches last one, and the one on before we had the same record. So without further ado, Vladi Dottie, we're off for your WWE Crown Jewel, the search for more blood money in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia this Saturday.
Well, with an intro like that, let's start off with none other than John Cena versus Solo Sikoa.
And be careful over there. Get a little crazy over in the Middle East. So be safe.
Yeah, it's literally the last place on the planet I'd probably want to go right now. And on that note, who do you say?
Alabama's not really up there either, is it?
So Middle East, and then closely followed is Alabama with you, huh?
I can find a nice place in the Middle East to chill out before I go to Alabama. To be honest with you. Hey, Dubai? Wow. Dubai looks amazing. Japan?
So what do you say? Cena versus Sikoa.
I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. And I don't think John Cena wins this match either.
I'm going John Cena.
He does need to win, doesn't he? But he just got one.
Reason I went Cena is that one promo he cut about, like, having doubt about himself and blah, blah, blah. But then here they're believing. And I think he needs this win.
And Solo can sustain it too. You're probably right. I should have went with Solo. I lost that one. Fuck.
All right, so
maybe that happens because I'm always right, except for like one time I was wrong.
Yeah. Next match. Former EVP of AEW, Cody Rhodes versus Money in the Bank winner, Damian Priest of Judgment Day.
Roller coaster. I don't think he wins a high profile. I don't think he loses another high profile match for a long time.
Yep. I'm with you, Cody Rhodes. Indeed. I think he wins this, but I don't think it's going to be necessarily a terrible night for Damian Priest.
No.
Foreshadow things there, Mr. Valley. Next up, we have the WWE Women's Championship match where we have Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. You want me to go first? Or do you want to go?
I think Bianca gets it back. I don't think Io Sky's really ran the ball with it too well. And when you have the kind of star power you have in that division, I don't think Io Sky should be at the top.
I'm with you. I think they're just going to start getting the ball rolling for WrestleMania season. And how do you set the table? You give Bianca the Belair her rightful title, and you know damn well she's going to be involved in one of the top 3 or 4 matches of the weekend. So I think this is where it begins myself. Next up, we have more gold on the table in beautiful Saudi Arabia. We have the United States Championship match, ironically, being fought for in the sands of Saudi Arabia, where we have champion Rey Mysterio, living legend, versus YouTube sensation, sort of like us, Logan Paul. There you go.
I'm taking Logan Paul.
He is definitely winning this match.
Why would you have him do it otherwise?
Absolutely. And also, I remember when Logan Paul wrestled Roman Reigns in Saudi Arabia last year. Logan Paul got a pretty good reaction out of that crowd. That might be the one crowd that cheers for him as he wins.
He's an asshole, though. And he was going against Roman. He was still a babyface back then. And he was going against a top heel. I don't know. I don't know about that, Vladi. And he's going against Rey Mysterio Jr. Come on. They're not going to cheer that mother trucker. He's such a douchebag. Great pro wrestler, though.
Incredible pro wrestler, absolutely.
I want to hate his guts and not have any respect for him, but Jesus Christ. It's all about calling your shot.
Who's better, him or the Young Bucks?
It's not. I'm not even.
Say it.
I'm not even going to. I'm not even going to. What kind of match are you looking for?
A handicap match. Young Bucks versus Logan Paul. Who has the best match amongst them? Say it. You know it.
I would probably say Logan Paul would be more impressive because all he knows how to do is high spots. He doesn't know how to work the psychology in the ring like the Young Bucks, pal.
Well, he'd be in the ring with the right twosome then.
People like Logan Paul are killing the fucking business while the Young Bucks are trying to hold it up on their backs. Look, killing the business, Logan Paul.
But yeah, I agree, man. Logan Paul definitely would be the most impressive one in that match.
I didn't say that.
But we'll carry on. Fatal 5-way. Five.
Come on, Rhea Ripley. Don't even say everyone's name.
We're going to spare our viewers and subscribers the time, and you the editing time. Rhea Ripley, indeed. World Heavyweight Championship match. Seth freaking Rollins versus the Scottish Nightmare, Drew McIntyre.
Is he the Scottish Nightmare now?
No, I just call him that.
Is he a big baby face and does he pan into the crowd and gets a stupid neck tattoo? Love you, Cody. I love you. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking around. Yeah, we probably are going the same way. I think Seth wins this match. I think Drew turns big time heel on him, and then Damian Priest cashes in. I think you might see Damian Priest walk out as world champion. But I think Seth is definitely winning that match. I don't know if we want to add bonus points to that because I think you and I were on the same exact page. You had alluded to it earlier.
I think it's time, and I think that's another way to dangle a carrot in front of those the Saudis. Were like, oh, we watched something else even more special.
However, I will say it seems like Damian Priest is going to be the one that gets turned on. He seems like he's going to be the babyface that breaks away from the Judgment Day, and that might happen soon. In fact, Damian Priest might even cash in, and maybe Balor, one of them, stops it for some reason. I'm not sure. Or does he have the title and then he loses it and that causes the rift? Something of that nature will happen, but I am 100%, not 100%, but I'm pretty certain that we're going to see Damian Priest cash it in. And also you'll see Drew McIntyre finally turn heel, who's been kind of alluding to, and he was certainly
Oh, yeah.
teasing it recently, not saving every baby face he could, not saving Jay. And another thing, I love how these guys who are turning heel in WWE, or I don't think that was Wardlow before, but I hear what Drew McIntyre's coming from. Why should he forgive Jey Uso? Jey Uso was a real piece of shit for a couple of years there.
One of the worst.
Yeah. Oh, you not give him another chance?
Shut up, Sammy.
His mom and dad were in the audience in London. I don't know if that's true at all. I think it's a complete bullshit lie. But his family was there. Kids. I don't even know if he has kids. And Jey Uso cost him that match along with Solo Sikoa. The bloodline ruined his hopes and dreams.
And you know what? That has an opposite reaction there. And now he's going to totally destroy people. It's going to be great.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a shoe-in that he goes to AEW at this point either.
No, it's like, you know what I saw about him, and again, I forget the source, but they're saying it's like he's just like sort of working without the contract. They're still talking about things, blah, 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 but he's doing business.
Wait, he's under contract. He wouldn't still be going, I don't think.
Well, he's under contract, but he hasn't re-upped. But
yeah. So he's still working. Yeah. It's not like he's doing a Moxley where he's
no. That would
gonna
be
do a Rocky
insane.
3 storyline with CM Punk. I never saw
Seth Rollins never saw Rocky 3. It's crazy.
Hey, why don't we do the old Police Academy 2? Where we go undercover and we bring up people from NXT and we go undercover with them. What are you talking about, Drew? It's an idea I got from Mox. We'll bring Bobcat Goldthwait in. He's still alive, isn't he?
He is. Still is.
Surprised Gottfried had a longer career.
Dude, Gilbert?
Definitely more of an icon than Bobcat Goldthwait. I thought Goldthwait was going to...
There's only one spot in this planet at a time for a guy with a weird voice. They're kind of dipping into the same crowd.
They should have done a TV show together, at least a reality show before Gilbert passed. Just books on tape.
You know what? It would have been a good comedy show just making those two guys roommates.
Or just having them read books, real serious books about.
Read the New York Post.
Just read the history of Palestine and Israel.
See, we had to get dark.
Well, we're not going to use that. Can't say that. And so,
it's on our mind, though.
And so people started saying Zionism was a thing. They both got to be Jewish, right?
Yeah.
Bobcat Goldthwait's got to be. Gilbert Gottfried, 1,000%. He's more.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
He's more Jewish than Heyman.
The wise man. Speaking of the wise man, we have the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. And it's
King of the Segways.
L.A. Knight versus our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And it's a huge moment in L.A. Knight's career. It's finally here. We were pissing and moaning that he didn't win Money in the Bank. Doesn't even matter. He's wrestling Roman. Had a great promo against Roman recently on SmackDown. Sat at the head of the table. Went off on Roman. Crowd loved every second of it. And with that, I'm still choosing Roman.
Well, I actually struggled with this one, Bobby.
Wow.
Everything in my being is telling me Roman Reigns will win. Roman Reigns always wins. Cody's got to finish his story. Too many things have to happen to let this 1,100 plus reign die at the feet of a rising star. that nobody saw coming except for High Spots and Cheap Pops. A guy who we've been lauding and putting over since he finally turned back into LA Knight. Saying this guy is going to be a big thing once he gets some airtime. And you think, is this the lightning in the bottle that we've always wanted to see? Is this a guy that is such a meteoric rise, something the likes we've only seen truly since Stone Cold Steve Austin? For this sustained reaction. Becky had it for a hot second. Guys have had it for a hot second. Even Seth Rollins had it for a hot second. You know, Sammy had it for a hot second. And maybe he still has it to a little lesser degree, but never at this level. They love Sammy. This is incredible. And the way he took head of that table, like you said, brought up the sucker and succotash moment, which Roman has gone on record saying that was one of the worst moments of his career. And that was a moment where he said he needed to make a change. LA Knight took it to the bloodline. He took it to Roman Reigns, and he said, this is something that we've never seen before. You ain't never seen someone like me. Is it possible? Is LA Knight going to shock the world? No. Roman Reigns will win as well. I am 100% with you. I just, there's no way. I don't want to say I hope I'm wrong, because I kind of don't want Roman to lose it, you know, at 4:00 in the afternoon and out in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
And also, it's LA Knight's first time to the big dance. And we usually see a person lose their first one, no matter who it was. It'll be Shawn Michaels. I'm talking about marquee matches, not, you know, a main event on, you know, whatever. I'm talking about main event pay-per-view matches. You get your first shot. You don't always get that. You know, there's a couple guys that did, but typically, I think Yokozuna, but then again, he lost it right away to Hogan, you know, if you remember that. But there doesn't happen often. And is it going to happen against this in this historic run to come to an end like this? I just don't see it. And I think we're 100% on the same page there.
Yeah. Like they can't do it now, you know, and what it is Roman's sort of like home base. He's safe. Like he still has the title. And I think they're still working out what is going to be happening here during WrestleMania. Is it a case where Roman loses it prior to WrestleMania and wrestles his cousin, The Rock? That's the lingering thing. Because that match in itself doesn't need a world title. So I think these things sort of still are working out. And I think until they know for sure, they're not going to do anything with Roman that's a bit rash. So LA Knight versus Roman, that gets a lot of buzz. LA Knight might be that guy, sort of like a Stone Cold, to start growing that product even more so. Mm-hmm. Like he's this close that I think you're going to see him on Saturday Night Live and host it or something like that. Like he has that sort of Kavorka, if you will.
Yeah.
So we're on the edge of this right now.
You know what? If I would think a little bit better of this, Vladdy, I would think LA Knight had a little bit of a better shot if Cody and Roman didn't have that face-to-face a couple weeks ago.
Right. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That's the biggest thing to me. So, hey, that's still going to happen. And if Cody beats Roman after Roman loses it, maybe gets it back, it's not as big of a deal. And Cody's big story that we were supposed to wait on, Triple H seemingly comes through after a while.
Yeah.
But is LA Knight? Is it possible? Is it possible? I don't think so.
No. Not this time. So
nah.
That's our picks. Nah, is right.
Well, Crown Jewel will be in the books once again. What do we have? One different?
Two.
We had Cena.
Yeah.
And Solo.
Yeah, actually, it was just the one then.
What was the other one supposed to be?
Hold on a second. I'm sure you're going to edit this.
Nope.
Okay.
Unprofessional bullshit.
Yeah, it's only one.
Come on, Solo.
You've never been such a big fan. Because if
Cena's going back to work though, so why would he go out winning?
He's not going back to work.
Yeah, he is.
I heard that there was a stall in the negotiations or the agreements between SAG and there's been a bit of a delay. So
he was only supposed to go to November 7th. I remember that was like the dates he set out.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Just got to look it up.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Well, for Vladdy Dot, this is Silicon Steve Valley. Enjoy your crown jewel